I'm gonna be up late tonight anyway. I gotta be up in 3 hours anyway because I got to process, finish wrapping up and processing the orders, and I got more orders that came in on top of that. So it's gonna be a busy couple of days. All right, so I'm gonna get this all out of my system so that way I can move on. I got things to do. I got much to do, much work to do. And I got that massive order that came through about a while ago, and I still got to go through that. All right, so I wanted to show you this real quick. When I signed off on the video, I didn't get a chance to show you this already. So bottom line is this particular individual, Fernando Gonzalez. So Fernando Gonzalez, basically, like I said before, and I just posted the video, the actual video that he deleted. We have a copy of that. Basically walked into a Home Depot, said a lot of nasty stuff about my product. I keep saying this about my product for years, but walked into a Home Depot flashing a logo on a container that has our company's copyrighted logo attached to it. Now, we used to have a screen paint under Crystal Edge Technology Screens. It was one of the first paints we developed under our company. And that's the logo right there. That's right there. Now, this is what I forgot to show you real quick. Because people are asking me like, oh, but how do you know it's registered? Because that's just something else you got written at the bottom. No, not really. So if you go over in here, you go to gov.com. This is the website right here where you register your copyrights at. Well, actually, I would get an attorney to do it. That's what I do with mine. And you go over to this section right here where it says search your records. This is how you find your records. If you ever filed a copyright, say you lose your paperwork, you can't find your paperwork, do not go to an attorney and have them find it for you or pay. You have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. Your records are right here. Your records are always here. If you register your copyright, it's always here. Now keep in mind that anytime you should always protect your work, your logos, stuff like that. So if anybody comes along and decides to basically copy or slander your work, you got the right to sue the daylights out of them, which we're gonna be going through pretty soon. And for those of you that are upset by that, I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care because I gave this man every opportunity to mind his own business, and that's all he had to do. And he just can't seem to mind his own business. That's his problem. He's just overwhelmed by my success and everything else that's going on. My business is taking off pretty well, getting plenty of orders in, and he's bothered by that. That upsets him. And I told you from the door, I don't have to say a word about anybody. People will automatically come along and try to slander my work because they are that jealous of my work. And the time that we gave him to mind his own business, his work was never even brought up. Now, if he's talking about that Metallica paint, that was from an individual who posted that video and had nothing to do with him. But since you did post that, you've just told people that what might be in your stuff, and I wouldn't have done anything like that to begin with. So let me show you this first, okay? So you go to records. These are the records that will pop up. You punch anything into that title right there, and if it's under that company's name, it will bring up all their information. It will come up. Because what happens is when you go in and you apply for your copyright or patent or trademark or whatever you're applying for, keep in mind that they do something called a search. So before they can even give you anything at all saying it's yours, they got to do a detailed search to see how many people may have come up with that logo or design or whatever. And if someone does come up with it, they'll deny your claim. It says, hey, you got to come back. Somebody else has it. Try again. All right. So if we go here in our search bar and we type in my name, which that's what I registered underneath of. Let's see. And it's no skin of my nose. At the end of the day, this man's going to get hit with a massive lawsuit. It's going to be pretty bad. And I tried to warn him how bad these things can get. But he doesn't listen. And I keep in mind, any attorney will take my case. For attorney that's even coming out of school would take my case because this is an easy win for them. You recorded yourself doing this. Talking about a level of self-snitching. My goodness. You see that right there? See that pops up? That is my registration right there. That's my registration with the U.S. government for the application for Crystal Edge technology screens. This is what we warned them about. Registration date number right there. Application title, Crystal Edge technology screens. Title, Crystal Edge technology screens. Electronic filing service, Kenneth Byrd. That's my name. Date of birth, 1968. This is my old address where I used to live at. All that information has to be put there. Date it was created was 2016. You made that video about slandering my product in 2017. Do you know how long the copyright lasts for a person who files a copyright? It lasts up to the extent of the artist. So the artist, whoever designed it, whatever, when they die, it continues on for another 70 years. So there's my copyright right there. So Fernando Gonzalez, I would suggest you seek some legal counsel. And people can say, well, you're supposed to be a Christian. Yes, I am a Christian. And I did turn the other cheek. And I did give him an opportunity to start a clean slate and to work on his products. But for some reason, he just feels that he can do whatever he wants to do. So there's consequences behind those things that he does. And for those consequences, he's going to be slapped with a lawsuit. And unfortunately, his family's going to be swallowed up in that lawsuit. Because he can sit there and say, well, I don't even have $250,000 to pay you back. It doesn't make a difference. They will auction off your stuff, my man. This will get pretty bad. They can go in and they can auction off your items. They can garnish your paycheck. This gets pretty bad. So as I said before, it was your stupidity that caused yourself going into a Home Depot and trying to make my product. I have demonstrations on your product, and anytime I've made done your product, I have never made it. I have never taken it to a Home Depot. I've never taken it to a Lowe's. None of that nonsense. You do that kind of stuff. So it's what you got yourself into, and you just couldn't keep your mouth shut. I think the exotic screen paints were driving you crazy that they were being made that fast, that quick. They were having that many, that having that kind of results, and you couldn't stand it. So he just felt the need to come out and carry on. This is what got you slapped with a lawsuit. Now, this fellow right here is, let me see, right here. Yeah, right there. This is the video we put right here. This is the fellow right here, his name right here, who basically put out the video of the silver paint that he made that statement in that product by saying that me and you both are not worth buying product from. So I went and defended my company. That's what I did. I went and defended my company. This fellow said he made this, had the silver paint that you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's, or you can get it from, no, it's PPJ. You can get it at Lowe's or Home Depot for its price. And bottom line is, at the end of the day, you don't need to buy from either one of them. So I went and defended my company. I don't know how you want to defend yours, but instead of you defending your company, you come back at me and slam me for something, which now is going to get you sued. And not get you sued for what you just said about the whole unicorn thing. It's going to get you sued for the copyright that you took into Home Depot. That's what you're going to get sued over. What you just said about me and how you carried on and handled yourself, that's what triggered it off, because I told you to mind your own business and you wouldn't get hit with a lawsuit, and you didn't listen. So we just posted your copy with your voice on it, showing evidence of you taking my product into that Home Depot. It's already posted. Not only is it posted, like I said, my attorneys have a copy. I have a copy of it. I have the narration copy, which I narrate and explain exactly what went on and what you did. You took something out of way out of the contents. When I turned around and tried to explain to, I don't got to explain to you anything about it. The fellow went in who advertised that silver paint, came at both of us, said that both me and you weren't worth buying from. So I came in and defended my part of my company. I bought a silver paint, did a demonstration showing that his product is whatever he was claiming to be is nothing like what we designed. But instead of you taking that and defending your own company, you come back at me. And like I said, I told you to mind your own business, and you couldn't even do that. And that's why next Monday I will be contacting an attorney to handle this, and I also will be contacting the copyright and patent office. I also will be going over to the legal department to actually file a complaint against you. So, like I said, lawyer up, because you're going to need it, man. You're definitely going to need it. I take no pleasure in this whatsoever. If I did, Crow, or I'm going to call you by your name, real name, Fernando, if I took pleasure in this, I would have sued you a long time ago. I would have filed that the minute that would have came across my table. When I would have saw that video, I would have filed that lawsuit. You would have been hit a long time ago. But I call myself turning the other cheek and giving you a chance to mind your own business, and you couldn't do that. That is going to be the biggest mistake of your life right there. Look at that. You can see the Home Depot logo. You can see my can, everything. A judge is going to see that. That is your voice on that recording. I feel sorry for you, man. I really do. I really do feel sorry for you. You should have really just kept your mouth shut. You got an opportunity just to keep your mouth shut, and you couldn't do that. Man, you should have just kept your mouth shut. This is going to get real bad for you, buddy. I would suggest you going through gov.com. They got a section over here that would tell you exactly what's going to happen for the infringing someone's copyright. And it's not pretty. These are copyright laws, buddy. And it is pretty bad. I just read through some of these. And I think what he did was, by covering over some of my logo, not the whole thing, some of my logo, I think he called himself protecting himself. I can seek royalties. I can seek anything from you for that. The fact that you tried to make it, he makes it even worse. I can hit you with, basically, my lawyer can come at you for trying to counterfeit and copy our product. Because it clearly shows you how to make it. And then when the fellow says that we don't have this particular item there, you want to go to another store. That's wow. Man, really, man? Like, seriously, man. This is bad. This is really bad for you. And I did not want it to come to this. Nowhere in the world I want to see your family suffer and go through that nonsense. But you don't learn. There's nowhere in the world. I gave you a chance and you didn't take it. You had the opportunity right there to mind your own business. And you were doing good for a while. And I had people were monitoring your channel. You were doing really good. You're minding your own business, talking about your new screen paint. You were doing reviews on products and stuff like that. You were doing really good. Then you did that. Okay. Really didn't want to come down to this, but man, I gave you, can't nobody say I didn't give you an opportunity. I gave you an opportunity. Now, if I don't stand my ground on this, that means the bottom line is you're just going to go do it again. And I have to follow through on this. And that's something I really don't want to do to you. But you gave me no choice. When I first found out about to begin with, I had to pray on that. I had to pray and see what to do next. Because to tell you the truth, all the stuff you done did to me, I just should have went out and just sued you. I could have just went out and just sued you right from the door. Your biggest mistake was just picking up that container and taking it to Home Depot and Lowe's. You slandered my logo, slandered my product. And you do know that when I explain to you how bad this is going to get, you do know that I'm going to have my attorney have me paint that screen. I'll paint that screen right in the courtroom all the time. and fire a protector up. And I'll hit you with another lawsuit on top of that. For every time you slandered my product, I'll slam you with a lawsuit. Because if I go into that courtroom and I paint that screen and that screen pops up and shows a white snow image on it, as you claim my images come up so dark you can't even see it, we have copies of you calling me a scammer, all that stuff. We have copies of everything. We dubbed all your videos. I feel bad for you, man. I really do. I really feel bad for you. I don't know why you just didn't keep your mouth shut. Oh, well, people. Some people just don't learn. They're just destined for destruction. They just can't learn. Copyright office, right over here. I would read through all this. And most of all, pertinently, I would go down and get myself an attorney and see exactly what you can do to defend yourself, because you're going to need it, man. I mean, I got hardcore evidence of you basically slandering my product and taking it down to Home Depot and Lowe's and trying to make my own stuff. I have never once tried to take your product. There's no video anywhere of me trying to take your product down to Lowe's or any place to try to make it. When I get your product and I got the videos to back it up, I do side-by-side demonstrations. That's what I do. When the demonstrations are done, that's the end of it. We gave you, let me see, from the time we first found out, and I said on camera, I'm going to cut you a deal, cut you a break. We're not going to file this lawsuit. We're going to give you a chance to be able to work on your own craft and mind your own business. In between that time, I have not touched your product, nothing. Couldn't care less. I got my own business to conduct. I don't got time to be thinking about whatever was going over there. That's all. I couldn't care less about your Cinemax or any products that you're designing. It's none of my business. But you just can't seem to keep me out of your mouth for some reason. For some reason, you're just obsessed with what I do. Well, like I said, that's your downfall, buddy. And for anybody come through and say, oh, but you're supposed to be a Christian. Christians were meant to be walked over top of. You need to crack. I tell people, look, before you make that statement, crack the Bible open and read it. Read through that Bible. And you see what kind of warriors God had on his hands. You look at Samson. And mind, this is not a curse word, all right? Ass is not a curse word. Ass can mean donkey, all right? And if you read in the Bible, right, basically, he just slew the whole entire army with the jawbone of an ass. Slaughtered an army. You look at David. David killed a giant. So there were warriors. God had warriors. And they shed a lot of blood in the Bible. One of them, I think it was King David. King David shed so much blood. There was a lot of stuff that went on in the Bible. But like I said, he had warriors. Christians are not meant to be walked over. Now, we'll turn the other cheek, and that's what I did. This man has called me a scammer. He has tainted my product. He's tried to destroy my 12s. He's trying to do all kinds of stuff against me. You go look at his channel. There's nothing about his channel, him and Partey. There's nothing on their channel about, everything on their channel is mostly about me. So obsessed with what I'm doing. Can't stand it. Drives me crazy. They can't mind their own business. At the end of the day, it doesn't bother me because, like I told you, my table continues to stay blessed. My table's beyond blessed right now. Beyond blessed. I just got hit with a $7,000 order about half an hour ago. I got a table right now full of orders, and the orders are still pouring in. So my table continues to stay blessed no matter what. But at the end of the day, I seek God's legal counsel. And with his counsel, he told me to turn the other cheek, which I did for you. After all that dirt, after all that nonsense you did to me, I turned the other cheek and I gave you a second chance. And you turn around and you do this. So I don't feel sorry for you, my friend. I try, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for you. Because you're the only person you have to blame is yourself. You did this to yourself. It's going to be really hard for you to convince this judge. And when we go to court, it's going to be hard for you to convince a lawyer and judge that that is you on there doing what you're doing with a registered copyright. But honestly, truthfully, I don't even have to get a lawyer involved in this. I can just go down and just file a complaint. And they can let them come after you. My lawyers are going to sue for what they want. Keep in mind, is a penalty for touching that by the government. You're going to have to go by their fines and penalties. And keep in mind, police are not going to be involved in it. It's going to involve FBI. I don't know what you were thinking. Really don't know what you were thinking. Nothing I could do for you. I'm sorry. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. I guarantee I'm gonna get a bunch of phone calls tomorrow by people, my business associates and stuff like that, talking about this guy has got something wrong with him. There's something seriously wrong with him. Oh well. All right, people. Well, I got to be at tomorrow morning. I got a ton of orders. I said that already before, but I just want to get all this off my chest. So that way I don't have to worry about talking about this ever again until the attorneys can figure out what they're going to do from there. And the first person I talked to, he didn't even want to basically turn the other cheek. He just wanted to sue you outright, right from the door. And it won't be hard to track you down. Trust me. I have your information already over here. When I placed an order with you, your shipping information was on it. So we can reach you, just to let you know. Copyright laws. This is what you're going to have to go read. These are copyright laws. Surprised I ain't got anybody in here talking about how I don't have rights to do this. I will put my registration form on the bottom of this video so you could read through it. I would suggest in the future, for some of you that may be designing artwork in the future, get your stuff registered and get it copyrighted. So that way when people like this do dumb stuff, you can catch them in it. You're going to have to, man. Well, dude, I'm curious. While I'm in here, I'm going to look at some other public records real quick. Oh, wait, copyright search records. Now, keep in mind, you know why he couldn't register the name Frankenstein? You can't register Frankenstein. Frankenstein is already owned. So this is pretty cool because you can go in, this is public records, or records catalog. You can go in here and you can type in just about any company you want, and their copyrights and patents, all that stuff will pop up. Well, copyrights will pop up on this one right here. So all that'll pop up. Yeah, all that'll pop up on there. Because I lost my paperwork. I'm like, okay, I can't find my paperwork. And I go, you don't need to find your paperwork. Just go over to gov.com, look up for search. And if you registered legit, it's going to pop up. Is it right there? It's my registration number. Now, say if I caught somebody using my logo without my permission, all I have to do is just send this over to them and explain to them that they have to basically remove that logo. I actually did catch somebody. I caught somebody. He was a Christian man. He's actually very nice. Typically, he was on Etsy. He was doing some kind of artwork and it had my cube in it. It had his face in it. So whatever it was, I had it removed. Full records. Download. I'm downloading my phone full records over there. All right. Let me get out of here. I got things to do tomorrow morning. I gotta order my projector. I had to yank my screen off the wall because that thing has to be taken down. That's my sheets on my bed right there. I had to remove my entire screen off the wall and get ready to start painting that, get that ready. So, a little lesson to Fernando. If you even think about touching any of my stuff, doing any demonstrations, you already got a lawsuit going against you right now. I'm gonna build a case. We're gonna start building a case on you. From today, we start building a case on you. So, off topic, there it is right there. So I'm taking it down. I ordered the projector already, so it's coming in. It's coming in. So I got to get ready to get that ready. Look at that. This one is going up for sale. So this one's going to be up for sale pretty soon. I already got 3 emails on that one already. Tracking numbers are going up tomorrow for my customers. Just to let you know, we just stocked up on all our boxes and everything, so we're good to go. So get this out of here. So we'll be done for tomorrow. I can get this set up. And I can start working on my theater room again. Oh, I cannot wait to get this ultra short, the ViewSonic projector. It's kind of a 235.1 setting. I might expand my screen to 158 inches. I'm thinking about it. All right, tomorrow it's going to be Friday, right? I think tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Friday or Thursday? Let's check. We get about the tracking numbers then. Tomorrow's tracking numbers go out, so you guys are good to go. Next Monday, I have to go talk to the attorneys, and then we have to move forward on this because there's going to be no point in letting this go. I gave him my opportunity, he didn't take it. So, I feel sorry he didn't take it. He should have took it. So I got no choice. And Crow or Fernando, just let you know, if you take the video down, it doesn't make a difference. I'm still going to sue you. If you don't say anything for 2 or 3 months, doesn't make a difference. I'm still going to sue you. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you an opportunity to mind your own business. So now we're going to proceed with this. So, as I said before, get some legal counsel or something. You're definitely going to need it. Okay. All right, I got to get out of here. I got to get some rest. And I got to be, I've only got like 2 hours of sleep on to get today. Get this done, taken care of, and move on from there. All right, got to go in. God bless. You don't learn. You don't forget.